Planet of Vampires, issue number 1. Prologue. On April 21st, 2010 AD, the Mars probe Ares 7 returned home after a 5-year voyage. Mission Control, this is Ares 7, do you read me? But there was no joy in this homecoming. Ares 7 requesting a landing clearance. There was no joy in coming home and finding no one there. Somebody, please, answer. Fortunately for the crew, Captain Chris Galland was not a man who gave up easily. Nuts, we're going to have to take this crate in blind. Alyssa, stow your moping and feed us the trajectory plots. This is going to be one heck of a re-entry. Don't take it so hard, Alyssa. Your husband's got a lot on his mind. So have we all. But there's a job to do. Listen, Chris, this is no time to start sniping at your wife. I don't want to hear it, Craig. As long as she's on my ship, she's a member of my crew, and the sooner she... Chris, the landing gear's jammed. We'll have to go for a wet landing. We can handle it, Ben. What's our impact point? We'll hit the shallow water off Coney Island in good old Brooklyn, USA. We had better flatten out our landing angle. If we come in too steep, we'll hit bottom. Too flat, and the whole ship will disintegrate. Hold on. We're touching down. Perfect landing. We're home free. Blazes, do you see the condition of those buildings? The long road home. I see it, Chris. This place was a slum the last time I saw it, but it never looked this ugly. Something bad has been going on here. When contact with Mission Control was broken 2 years ago, right after they told us a war had erupted, I knew things weren't going to be very pleasant when we got back. But this... We can only hope there's somebody left alive in all this mess. Ben. Hey, gang, we done found us some domies. What do you say we kill these bloodsuckers a little? Domies? Bloodsuckers? What the blazes is he? Scatter. This is a lousy domie trap. There's a floater coming in on us now. Eat lead, you stinking savages. Get in here fast. Those vermin will sacrifice 100 men just to get one of us. You heard the man. Let's move it. Can't kill enough of these animals. They breed like flies, you know. Those people may have been brutalized by circumstances, but they're still human beings. How can you... You've been off planet a long time, or you wouldn't be saying that. We're almost home. This dome was built 2 years ago with the Empire State Building as the axis. It stands 1,100 feet tall with 5 interior levels, and it's 2.5 miles wide at the base. The top of the dome is a landing field for floaters. That's where we're going now. We spotted your ship coming in, and somebody down in records remembered about the Mars probe. We would have contacted you, but the ionosphere has been so hot with free electrons from all the nukes they used during the war that we couldn't get through. That explains the communications breakdown. This is the 4th level of the administrative section of the dome. Please follow me. The proctor is waiting to receive you in his office. Wow, there's a whole city inside the dome. Fantastic. To build something like this so soon after a nuclear holocaust? Hey, my ears just popped. This place must be pressurized too. Exactly what is it the dome keeps in anyway? Doesn't keep anything in. It keeps the savages out. There's nothing those animals would like better than to drag us all down to their level of degeneration. This dome is one of the few remaining bastions of science and civilization. We must defend it at all costs. How does this guy, the proctor, fit into the scheme of things? At the time of the war, the proctor was the corporate head of a megalithic industrial combine. While the heads of state and the military were fleeing to the hills, he was harnessing all the resources and power at his command to build a dome for the preservation of civilization. The proctor sounds like a man to be reckoned with. I can assure you that I am, Captain Christopher Galland. But enough about me. Come in, make yourselves comfortable, and tell me the tale of your expedition. Thank you, Proctor, but I'm afraid there's not much to tell, and a lot of it involves some rather esoteric scientific data. Oh, but I assure you that I am interested. The Ares 7 mission was to have been a milestone in interplanetary exploration. Any information you could give us would be a windfall to our archives. Well, sir, our mission was a biological one. Our objective was to find and catalog any life forms that might exist on Mars and its satellites. It was Dr. Ben Levitz, our biologist, that made our only actual planetfall on Phobos, one of the two moons of Mars. And he was killed this morning at the beach. We were in the midst of preparing for our initial planetfall on Mars itself when we received the news of the deepening discord between the major powers. The last message we received from Mission Control was that war had been declared. After that, complete radio silence. We assumed the worst, that uncontrolled nuclear warfare was raging across the face of the earth. The unmentionable secret arsenals were being loosed against the populace, that the radio silence meant all technology had been obliterated. But somehow, we still had hope. We decided to maintain our orbit around Mars and monitor all of the known radio bands until we heard some word, some hint that all life on Earth had not perished. But after weeks of futile waiting, we were faced with the critical limitations of our life support system. Elisa, if we don't start out for Earth within 2 days, our oxygen won't last the trip. But I can't help thinking we might not be better off not seeing what's happened. Whatever has happened to it, it's still home, Chris. It's still home. So it was decided by mutual consent of the crew to make the long trek back to whatever was left. Frankly, I'm quite overwhelmed by all this around us. It's not more than we expected. Yes, how thoughtless of me. You must be terribly anxious to hear of what transpired on Earth during your absence. The immediate questions that come to mind, sir, concern the so called savages that live outside of the dome and the need for the dome itself. Ah, those are questions that would be best answered by a perusal of our historical film archives. I shall arrange a presentation for you. In the meantime, I'm sure you would all appreciate a chance to bathe, relax, and enjoy a hot meal. Citizen BOFG2105, the floater gunner, will show you to temporary headquarters. After you've freshened up a bit, we shall convene to the auditorium where the briefing can continue at your leisure. Thanks again, sir. We could all use a bit of relaxation. Something is wrong here, and I can't quite put my finger on it. Step this way, please. Our quarters are on a different level, and what's going on over there? Pay it no mind. It's just a savage prisoner being taken to indoctrination facilities. Indoctrination facilities? The guy looks scared to death. Just what does this indoctrination involve anyway? Oh, nothing very horrible at all. It's just that these animals are so used to their degraded existence that the very thought of leading an orderly, constructive life frightens them. Seems I've heard that rap before. I bet you guys go in for armbands and goose stepping too. Keep on your toes, honey. This guy's lying through his teeth. What can we do? How? Keep cool for now, but be ready just in case. Hey, people only scream like that when they're dying. That scream came from the end of the hall, from the indoctrination facility. I've got a feeling that whatever's behind this door will answer most of our questions about this place. Oh my god, it's worse than I imagined. It's horrible. An assembly line for extracting bodily fluids from living people. This is why that savage at the beach called us bloodsuckers when he thought we were dome people. The domies are mechanized vampires. Guards, sound red alert. Unauthorized personnel have entered a restricted area. Shoot them down. Don't let them escape. Stop. These people are under the protection of the proctor. They are not to be harmed. They are important specimens. Specimens, are we? I don't know about you, but I think it's time to bug out of here. I'm with you, Chris. Let's make it. Let's see you suck blood with no teeth, creep. Throw down those weapons and come along peaceably. This sector will be cordoned off in a matter of minutes. Thanks, but no thanks. I think we'd rather shoot our way out. Alyssa, try to find some more ammo. We're going to need a lot to get out of here. No lie, Chris. Looks like they've declared open season on astronauts. Guards, give me cover. I've got to abort the extraction process. We'll have to take a loss on this batch of savages. Did you hear that? He's going to kill off those poor guys in the assembly line. Not if I can help it. Sweet dreams, Baldy. I hope you wake up with a headache. I'm taking a chance on releasing you guys. Are you with us or against us? We're with you. Give us guns. They're yours for the taking. We can use all the firepower we can get. They've gone crazy. They're not just shooting at the guards, they're blasting the machinery. Let it ride, sugar. They've got a lot of hate inside that wants out. Meanwhile, we'd better clear out pronto. The wall circuits are beginning to short, and there's no telling when this whole place will explode. Our new friends are making a fast exit. Yeah, that's what we should be doing too. Only trouble is, we don't know our way around in this mess. Look, they're stopping. One of them is gesturing to us. Come on, this may be our ticket to freedom. I'm Bruiser Culhane, warlord of the Bay Ridge Assassins. I figure we owe you for setting us free, and I like the way you off those domies. If you follow us, we can lead you from this stinking dome. They've got utility quarters and freight elevators that ain't patrolled at all. That's great. We'll be home free as long as we don't run into any more of the slimy Proctor's bully boys. Hey, speak of the devil, it's the man himself, and he's brought his stormtroopers along. Ah, my friends, if you will permit me to explain, I may be able to clarify any misunderstandings you may have as a result of seeing certain things you were not prepared to comprehend. During the war, certain chemical and biological weapons were employed which affected every living person on Earth in one way or the other. Our interest in the crew of the Ares 7 lies in the fact that you are the only people on the face of the planet left untainted by the Holocaust. The savages that wandered in the open, unprotected, developed natural immunity to the horrid new diseases that racked the land, while we, the people of the Dome, developed no immunity and were more susceptible to the plague. In time, we discovered that a serum could be extracted from the blood of the immune savages, and an ethical decision was made. After all, we of the Dome are the guardians of civilization. The savages had sunk to the level of animals. Hold it right there, fat boy. What are you saying is jive now, and it was jive 50 years ago. That rap is bull. Whether it's about blacks, Jews, Indians, Latinos, or your so called savages. Hey, brother, this is crap. Let's shoot these domies and split. You said the magic word, Bruiser. Blast them. Kill them all. They've cast their lot with the savages. We can hold them off for a while, but some of my boys are hurt real bad. They ain't gonna make it unless we can get up to the roof and steal a floater. We better split our forces. Brenda's a doctor and can help the wounded, so she and I will take the party to the roof. Right, Alyssa and I can escape through the lower levels with Bruiser. We'll rendezvous back at the ranch beach. This air shaft will take us down to the maintenance level, but we better get a move on. Sounds like they're bringing up the heavy stuff. Stick together and move fast. They'll be on us in a second. This way, I see an open hatch to the street. Keep running. We ain't clear yet. We gotta make it to the cover of those buildings. Lead the way, Bruiser. We're right behind you. Chris, there's an aerial battle going on above the roof. If something should happen to Brenda and Craig can handle anything they throw at him, Melissa. He was a hell on wheels fighter pilot before he signed up for the Mars probe. No time for sightseeing, folks. My main man, Spanish Eddie, just found an unsealed entrance to the subway. Subway? You mean they're still functioning? I assumed all the power stations. Nah, the real subway cars ain't been running for years, and we use the old tracks and run hand cars on them. We're in luck. There's one in this station. Do you think the Domies will follow us into the tunnels? They don't usually come into underground. Too many dark places for us to lay ambush. But they want you so bad, they'll probably risk it. Right now, we're traveling under the East River. As soon as we get to Brooklyn, we'll hop off this car. And Spanish Eddie will take it further down the line to throw off the Domies off our trail. He'll be all by himself. Isn't that dangerous? Ah, Spanish Eddie eats Domies for breakfast. Ain't nobody can take him, especially not in a dark tunnel. Let's go. We'll be a lot safer when we can make it to the beach before sundown. If we follow the narrow streets and stick close to the buildings, we should be able to avoid the floater patrols. We might even. A knife spear. We got company. There's gonna be a hardware party, all right. That ugly lug coming down the street is old band Lenny Siegel himself. And that crowd of heavies behind him is the Myrtle Avenue boys out of Ridgewood. Looks like they had a hard day beating up on little old ladies. I've been waiting a long time to tangle with those Ridgewood bums. Ever since that tussle down at Cool It Ralph, there's over 100 of them, and they've got, well. What have we here? It appears to be that hunk of Bay Ridge garbage that calls himself Bruiser Culhane. You're a long way from home, Bruiser, and if I got anything to say about it, you're going to stay a long way from home. Permanently. Oh, Chris, I don't think that even Bruiser can get out of this one. I don't know, Alyssa, but I've got a hunch. He's too streetwise not to have some sort of ace up his sleeve. End of issue 1.